This is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Uncensored Report. I want to talk a little bit about Mexico and why they are our friend and should be viewed that way, and how we should take this approach a little bit differently than what Donald Trump is doing, President Trump. He's starting a trade war with Mexico. And is that the best thing to do? Will it benefit either the United States or Mexico? And I'm here to say no. Neither of them will be helped with this action. Blaming Mexico for the loss of U.S. jobs may play well with the American public. It's something that worked well during the election process, but it oversimplified the important, complex, and yes, what I'm going to say is beneficial economic relationship that existed between Mexico and the United States. And Donald J. Trump, President Trump, needs to understand that the free market economics is not a zero-sum game. Trump's protectionist instincts may work well, and they do work well in the realm of business. I see that. I get that when you want to knock out the competition. I'm a business owner. I understand that. You work towards your bottom line. But in international relations, it goes beyond securing your bottom line. The true benefits of NAFTA are more than just economics, and he needs to view that. Trump is aggressively going after the wall. I love that. Illegal immigration with his recent executive orders. We want to secure the wall, secure the border from people like MS-13 from coming over. And I say that as a person whose father immigrated here. This wall is a good thing. I believe it is needed. But I think NAFTA, we need to view it a little bit differently. That free trade agreement has successfully helped turn around Mexico's economy. And you might be saying, well, who cares? And that's a good thing that we need to use. But let me finish first. It's resulted in more jobs. It's created a standard of living that's increased significantly for the Mexicans. It's helped establish them as the second largest export market to the United States. And these are all good things. What this does is it translated into 6 million American jobs, according to statistics that are out there, that depend on this trade that we have through NAFTA. But the biggest primary driver here is it's curbed socialism, and that tends to feature predominantly in South America. The guy that's in charge now is being challenged by somebody that's very anti-American. His mentor was Hugo Chavez of Venezuela. We all know the actions that Hugo Chavez put into place, extreme socialist views that have driven that country into the hellhole, where people are fighting for food. Maduro is trying to turn it around, but he's just as bad as Chavez. And it's not going to work. Do we want that type of socialist views, socialism at our door with a president who hates America? And while Trump is right to fault Mexico for allowing these illegal immigration into our border, and you might say, well, a lot of them have been South Americans. That's true. But what's happening is, what a lot of people don't realize is, Mexico has a border wall with Guatemala, which is interesting enough. But also, Mexico is allowing these Central Americans to flow through, and Middle Easterns and every other African and everything else, to flow through their border walls. And when they get to the border with America, they just let them go. They don't want to bear the responsibility of these people. Let them go to America. So I get that Mexico's doing that and we need the wall. But turning Mexico into the enemy will not benefit the American worker. Doing this through NAFTA, it will not help fight against illegal immigration. If anything, it may make it worse. What we need is a strong Mexican economy. We need free trade with them. Both countries, America and Mexico, will reap long-term benefits from this. And the positives outweigh the negatives. Just imagine how much illegal immigration would be stemmed from Mexico's standard of living if it matched Canada or something like that. Think about that. So I understand Trump's call for to deregulate and to lower corporate tax rates. That's a good thing. That's what's going to boost the U.S. economy. That's what's going to create jobs. But raising tariffs against Mexico is not going to do it. And again, it'll hurt their economy, hurt their standard of living. It does impact our jobs here. And it turns a society looking to another direction, political direction. And again, do we, it's sort of like with Hussein. Hussein was a bad guy in Iraq. Got rid of him. We're facing Iran control in that country now. ISIS control in that country. It's just a hellhole there. The Gaddafi, bad guy. We wanted to get rid of him. Now you have what, 5 different extremist Al Qaeda, ISIS type groups going at it there. Syria, Assad, bad guy, but we didn't want him in there because he wouldn't sign off on the oil pipeline. Do we want the same to happen here at our southern border, where we don't help a president that's pro-American and trying to do the right stuff? He loses, and in place we get a president that doesn't like America, and his mentor is Hugo Chavez. Stuff to think about. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Uncensored Report.